and the home team unable to come all the way back. Tonight, a future Hall of Famer makes his Red Sox debut, while Jordan Zimmerman looks to make his own headlines. Well, the Nats are going to try this Boston thing again. Red Sox going for the sweep, a salvage operation for the home team. Boston 9-5 in interleague play. The Nationals are 5-9. This weekend they'll go to Baltimore, but a big one here tonight. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, and last year John Smoltz. We know him well. He's pitched against the Nats many times. He got strikeout number 3,000, but it turned out to be a good night for Washington.
Absolutely, and hopefully it'll be the same tonight. He can come back in a Boston uniform, and then we're going to beat him. So John Smoltz, who's got all kinds of records and credentials, as you said, last year got win number 3,000 or strikeout number 3,000, but did not get the win against the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, Willie Harris got him with a drive late in the ball game, and the Nats went on to a nice win that night. Now, what about the comeback of John Smoltz? This is not an aging player coming back with some team that has no chance to win.
Well, and his former team, the Braves, kind of gave up on him, and they recently just jettisoned Tom Glavine, another future Hall of Famer. So he's got a lot to prove. He doesn't want to just come back for another 4-month stint. He wants to come back for another couple of years. So he's not just doing this because he wants a little bit more baseball for this year.
208 wins more than Jordan Zimmerman has. And then there's Willie Harris. He's hit safely in 4 of his last 5 games, but his playing time recently is based on his amazing defense. Wee Willie doing a big-time job for the Nats. And lime. Relax responsibly. And by Honda. You can depend on your Honda dealer for great leases and low financing. Up the escalators, up the ramps, up the stairs, and some of the folks go down to those really nice seats by the field. It's Game 3 against the Red Sox. Boston hitting .270, 7th in the league in batting average, 3rd in runs, 4th in homers, and Dustin Pedroia's had a great series. He's batting .500 here. He has scored 3 runs, and really, that's all that matters for a leadoff guy. How many times do you cross home plate? That one does. A fastball. We're underway right on time at 7:05 with Jordan Zimmerman throwing a nice 92-mile-an-hour heater. 82, probably 10 degrees cooler than the high temp in the district in Northern Virginia and parts of Maryland today. Quickly 0-2 to Pedroia, hitting .293 in his 3-game hitting streak. He's 6 for his last 14. Right by him to start the game.
PNC scouting report on Jordan Zimmerman. He was 2 years old when John Smoltz made his major league debut. He's been looking for that next win, his first one since April 26th, and he's going for 7 innings tonight. He's only done it once so far this year.
Missing on a fastball outside to J.D. Drew, who's been on base 4 times this series. 1 for 6 with 3 walks. Home plate umpire is a 12-year veteran tonight. There's Jeff Nelson.
Mark Carlson.
Not that Jeff.
Oh, okay. That's the other Jeff Nelson.
No, this guy knows the strike zone better than that. Mark Carlson, Tim Cheetah, the crew chief, and Bob Davidson on the bases. And a 2-1. J.D. Drew rips it to center. As Rob would say, the Nats have a guy there. It's Willie Harris, 2 outs. That ball was hit hard. Nationals defensively, Adam Dunn back in left field tonight, putting Josh Willingham in right. He's starting to figure things out over there. Pretty much the regulars around. Josh Bard, the switch hitting catcher, former Boston player, gets a start tonight. And here's Zimmerman against Jason Bay, who's had a good series himself. We're covering the bases, by the way, presented by the Home Depot with Willie Harris tonight. Jason Bay 4 for 10. All 4 of those hits came Tuesday night. A homer, 3 RBIs. He has scored 3 times. Zimmerman has come out working extremely quickly and throwing lots of fastballs here.
We talk about this a lot with Jordan Zimmerman. He has the stuff to go through the lineup at least one time with just his fastball. He's that special.
Well, the Red Sox didn't do anything against Craig Stammen first time through the lineup last night, but they sure made some adjustments. And a swing and a foul. Johan Santana beat Chris Carpenter today. The Mets 3, the Cardinals 2 up at Citi Field. Only game of the afternoon involving a team from the National League East. Breaking ball hit to short. Guzman on a 2-hopper. And another good first inning for a young Nationals pitcher. Zimmerman very quickly. 1-2-3. Josh Bard, he's hitting the ball really well. 13 for 38 in June with a batting average of .342. Harris and Hernandez behind him. And a familiar face on the mound, John Smoltz. Now he's won 21 games and saved 17 against the Expos and the Nats. But in each of his last 8 starts against the Nationals going back to August of '06, in each start he's allowed 2 earned runs or less. So he's always been very good against our ball club. Christian Guzman 4 for 9 in the series. And Smoltz, his first pitch of the season, a strike. And the last time John won a game was April 17th a year ago at Florida when he beat Ricky Nolasco 8-0.
He's also his first pitch ever in an American League uniform. Spent 20 straight years in a Braves uniform after he was traded for Doyle Alexander.
The colors aren't much different, but it is an odd look to see John Smoltz with Boston on his chest.
It is a bit strange, isn't it?
Hey, if Roger Clemens can wear Red Sox and Yankees, I guess anything's possible. 41st pitcher in Major League history to appear in at least 21 different years. And there are some active guys who've done that. Tom Gordon, Jamie Moyer, Randy Johnson, Tom Glavine.
Let me give you the PNC scouting report on John Smoltz. Obviously, he's a future Hall of Famer. 15, that's the number of playoff wins that he possesses. That's #1 all time. 154 saves to go to 210 wins and 666 innings pitched after in the 3 seasons he came out of the bullpen.
Only pitcher in big league history with at least 200 wins and 150 saves.
So he was in the bullpen for 4 years, or part of 1, and then 3 straight years, and then he came out 230 innings, 232 innings, and 205 innings in the following 3 seasons.
He's a great athlete, big strong guy. Guzman, chopper right side near the bag, David Ortiz. Red Sox 7th in the American League in team defense. But most of their guys have made very few errors. Nick Green 9 at short, Mike Lowell 8 at third. Other than that, nobody on the field has more than 4, and that's Dustin Pedroia. So they're solid. They haven't made an error in this series. Nick Johnson is back in his customary #2 spot after batting cleanup last night and going 0 for 4. Nick Johnson oddly 0 for 9 in this series. Red Sox the only team really all year that has really quieted him down.
That's what his record was in those 3 combined seasons after he came out of the bullpen.
Oh gosh.
All right, I'll hit it.
Averaged about 15 wins a year, didn't he?
44 and 24.
Nice. Nick Johnson gets hit. Tried to get the feet and the legs out of the way, and that thing had some nasty bite on it in more ways than one, and Nick's aboard for Ryan Zimmerman.
Well, he's got a fastball, curveball, forkball as his changeup, and there's the hard curveball. Hits him right in the left shin. That's got a smart because it didn't hit anything before. It hit that left shin bone.
Ryan Zimmerman, this may sound odd. This may be just what he needs, a really good right-hander to face. He's hitting .332 against right-handers this year. That's 5th best in the National League. That's a fair ball inside the bag at third. Nick Johnson digging for 3. Pat Listash will send him. Oh, now he's going to hold him. That's a good decision.
Now, Nick was hobbling. He couldn't have made that.
Yeah, it took Jason Bay a while to dig the ball out, and that may be a blessing in disguise for the Nats because Nick Johnson would have been out by a mile at home.
Yeah, this is a shot right there by Ryan Zimmerman, now the left field line right past the diving Mike Lowell. And then you can see Pat Listash is going to send him because the throw is a little late coming in from the corner by Jason Bay, but Nick is hobbling a little bit. I think that shin's barking a little bit. Barking means it hurts. You see him going down and feeling it a little bit.
And a great spot for Adam Dunn here in the very first inning.
Well, you gotta take advantage. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and if the pitcher's going to hit one of yours and then you can get a double, you have to capitalize on this. And
look at that.
The swelling already going up on his shin.
Wow. Just to the inside of that shin bone. I guess it's a good thing it missed the bone. Adam Dunn looks it in there 2-0. But it's early in the game. I mean, if he doesn't throw any strikes, Adam Dunn's going to go to first base. But early in the ball game, you want your big bopper bopping. And if he puts one, and Rob, if he puts one on a corner somewhere, we want to see Adam Dunn swinging.
Couldn't agree with you more.
That's 3-0.
I want my big guy hacking up there.
Would you give him the green light here?
Absolutely. I give him the green light. Even though we love Josh Willingham, you're making $10 million to drive in runs and hit home runs.
So maybe a meat fastball coming here. We'll see.
Just off the plate. It's got to be a good strike for you to swing 3-0. It's something you know you're going to crush.
Right. Adam Dunn, 402 on base average, 56 walks, second in the league. That's a breaking ball that he fouls.
Took something off the curveball right there.
Retired 10 of 12 times, one of the 2 hits, a homer. Obviously a solo shot. Nats will settle for a fly ball here. We've talked about situational hitting with Willingham next. This is one of those situations. It just happens to come to the 4th hitter of the game.
We'll probably see another breaking ball right here.
That's a fastball that he throws and misses the plate. And maybe even a bit off the fastball, 86.
Yeah, I think he took something off of that pitch and almost like he invented it, but he wasn't going to give him a pitch to swing at. Not with a righty on deck.
So after Guzman grounds out, Nick Johnson at third hit by a pitch. Zimmerman doubled his way to second. Adam Dunn walked his way to first. And Josh Willingham, who had a 2 RBI hit last night, steps in. Josh needs to have a right field idea here to stay out of a double play.
No, you got to be thinking right here. Think situational. What can I not do right here?
Not swinging that one way outside for a start. And Jason Varitek's going to take a stroll to the mound. This is a catcher who's been in the league 13 years. And that's 9 years fewer than the guy he's visiting with.
Well, and the one thing you have to be concerned about if you're Varitek, listen, he's probably overamped right now. He's got a lot to prove. Being down, I've rehabbed down in the minor leagues. There's not as much adrenaline as pitching in front of 40,000+ fans. Most of them here to see you. You're 20 years in the same location with the Braves. A lot of things going on for John Smoltz right now.
He throws a great breaking ball that was out of the zone by the time Josh took his swing. 1-1.
And I wonder if Varitek went out there and said, you know what, John, no matter what happens right here, if this guy hits a grand slam, you're still John Smoltz. So let's go. Don't worry about it.
He did say something that had Smoltz smiling a moment ago. 2-1, low and away with a fastball. This next pitch will be big for Smoltz and the Nats early in this game. Outfield around to the left a bit. Breaking ball, base hit. Johnson scores. Zimmerman holds. There's a merry-go-round starting up maybe, and the Nats lead on Josh Willingham's 16th RBI.
Great job, pitch recognition right here. You're going to see ball 1 on a breaking ball. You're going to see strike 1 on a breaking ball. He's going to throw him a fastball away for a ball, and then he's going to throw him a breaking ball, and it hangs in the zone. And Josh Willingham recognized the rotation, waited with his hands back, and just drove it into left field for a base hit.
You can make an argument that Josh Bard is the Nats' best hitter since Memorial Day. In the month of June, .432 on base percentage, .342 batting average. First pitch breaking ball, a touch pitch is in there. He's 13 for 38 this month, and 9 of his 21 hits on the year have gone extra bases. Not great speed out there. Could be a station to station sort of inning. And that's in there to Bard, 0-2. Let's update our bunch on the base. Zimmerman third, Dunn at second with a walk, and then Willingham the RBI hit.
Yeah, the issue is Dunn not a lot of speed, Willingham not a lot of speed, and Bard not a lot of speed, so you got to stay out of the double play right here.
Fastball up and in. I wonder if he'll go soft, low and away now. We'll see.
There's some speed. There's Willie Harris on deck.
"20 pitches already. Jordan Zimmerman only threw 12 in a 1-2-3 top of the first. Bard takes it just low, 2-2.
Soft breaking ball right there. Nice pitch recognition. I mean, if you're smart with Smoltz, you're going to try and at least subtract one pitch when you go up to face him. Could be the breaking ball. You see Bard just let it go. Let the 0-1 pitch go for strike 2. So now he gets back in the count by being patient.
And a breaking ball up and a base hit. Zimmerman scores. Adam Dunn will hold. The Nats are going station to station here, and it's 2-0. So far, so good on the situational hitting tonight.
Well, he only saw one fastball that at bat, so it comes back with a high breaking ball. Bard all over it. And he shoots it into right for a base hit. So John Farrell comes out now, and he's probably trying to figure out how John's feeling. I was told by a scout before the game that he did throw a lot of pitches down when he was rehabbing, but he worked on certain things for a certain amount of time. Then he'd go to another pitch, then he'd go to another pitch. Not a lot of situational or sequential pitching down in the minor leagues, and so now you get up to the major leagues, and when you need that breaking ball, sometimes it's not there, and the last 2 hits were on high curveballs in the zone.
Now the Nats a chance for a huge inning as Willie Harris steps in. We're covering the bases with Willie tonight. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. You can visit homedepot.com/spring. And the swing and the miss for strike 1. Cairo, Georgia, hometown of Jackie Robinson. Ernest Riles was a good major league player.
I played against Ernie.
And on that White Sox team in 05 when he hit .256. Willie Harris lines one to right. Maybe not a chance to score here.
No,
J.D. Drew plays it well.
He's got a great arm.
Well, Willie Harris hit the ball extremely well. Too bad right at the right fielder. And it'll take Anderson Hernandez now with 2 outs to get some more runs home. J.D. Drew has 4 outfield assists this year. Jason Bay's 6 over on the other side. And here's Hernandez, 1 for 6 and only 2 for his last 18.
He's got great velocity, about 50-50 on good breaking balls versus the hangers. But I think Terry Francona said there is no pitch limit tonight, but I think they're going to just see how long he can go out there.
Fastball just missing, 1-1.
And really, it's not even tonight how you judge John Smoltz. It's how he feels tomorrow when he comes back to the ballpark and how that arm reacts to this outing. The adrenaline, the throwing your pitches at maximum effort.
Hernandez might have helped on a ball that was tailing outside. Now he's got to be aggressive and protect. Jordan Zimmerman, the pitcher, next. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Smoltz off the full windup here. Breaking ball right near the belt, 2-2. Target in. Fastball up. Left center. Base hit. Here come 2 Nationals. It's a 4-0 game. Big RBI hit from the number 8 man in the order. And Hernandez gets his RBI total up to 20.
Well, this is a fastball up and away. Anderson Hernandez, very patient. Great job of hitting right there. Did not try to pull that ball. And two more runs come in.
Adam Dunn coaching Willingham, telling him to get down, as he should. Jordan Zimmerman takes a strike. He's 0 for 17 this year with an RBI. That's a big hit. Doubles the lead. Gets the bullpen going for the Red Sox with Daniel Bard.
Well, now it gets to the point, though, how much longer do you stay with John Smoltz? You don't want a guy throwing 45 pitches in the first inning. He's up to 34 right now. So even if he was regular and not coming off an injury.
I'm sure a lot of people on the Boston side figured no pressure. It's only the Washington Nationals he's pitching against. Well, how about 4 runs on 4 hits, a walk and a hit batter in the bottom of the first. RBIs from Willingham, Bard, and 2 from Hernandez. Or reserved, $25 with each ticket, a hot dog, non-alcoholic drink, and chips. Minimum 2 tickets per purchase. Pre-game autographs, post-game. The kids run the bases. 888-632-NATS or Nationals.com. You can always stop by the box office here at the ballpark. Adam Dunn plays first base to replace Nick Johnson. Elijah Dukes takes over in right field in the batting order for Nick, and that moves Josh Willingham over to left field. So Elijah's the number 2 hitter now. And a fastball from Zimmerman with a 4-run lead to David Ortiz. Rob, you wouldn't throw him a changeup here, would you?
Not a hanging outside changeup. Just blow him away.
That's a base hit for most hitters. It's a long ground out with the Ortiz shift on, and that's 4 straight for Jordan Zimmerman.
And Craig Stammen will learn from that experience last night. Trust your judgment. My best pitch is my curveball. My second best pitch, my fastball. What can this guy do to harm me right here? And that's a hanging changeup. And he was not doing any of that in his first few starts. So
yeah,
those are lessons you learn at this level.
And he was a stand-up pitcher about it.
Yeah.
He said, I could have shaken off that call. Zimmerman to Dunn. Now, when you're throwing across the diamond, that's a pretty nice big target staring at you over there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Adam Dunn, he's going to work at first base. Ultimately, he'll come in from the outfield.
That was Mike Lowell, the hitter, by the way, back in the lineup tonight. Adam Dunn, a nice target over there. Officially listed at 6'6", 287.
I would say he's all of that, and maybe then and a bag of chips. He might
would
be
that
about
be
300.
Would that be regular or baked?
Oh, probably barbecue. He's from Texas. Probably likes the mesquite, barbecue flavored chips.
Yeah. There's Jason Varitek, 2 for 8. Everybody talking about Ortiz homer last night. Varitek's turned out to be just as important when the Nationals got back in the game. And Zimmerman working quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Varitek had to step out and take a look around.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, they've got so many good, smart hitters on that team, and they're thinking right along with the pitcher. And our young pitchers have to learn. You have to think, what is the hitter looking to do off of me? What does he want right here? And you can't throw into his plan. His game plan is to get the one pitch he can handle, and that's what Ortiz did. And last night, Varitek's going, well, he's probably going to try to throw this fastball and get it over. Bang. He was all over it.
And that was run number 5 and run number 6 for the Red Sox. Hernandez chasing, and he can't get there, as Varitek will dump one into center field.
So one of the biggest lessons about pitching at this level is learning the hitters. Learn the hitters, study the hitters, and like Kurt Schilling used to keep a book on the hitters. This is a broken bat single right here. 95-mile-an-hour heater. That's what you call jammage. He fights it off for a base hit. So you learn the hitters. You learn how they try and think and try to beat you. Some guys will try to set you up. They'll throw a great breaking ball. They'll look terrible on it, wanting you to come back and throw that breaking ball again. Manny Ramirez, maybe one of the best I've ever watched. Will make himself look terrible on a pitch to get you to throw the same pitch on the next pitch. And then he's all over it.
Jacoby Ellsbury, 0 for 4 last night, but 4 for 4 with a couple of RBIs the night before. This is a lineup that's dangerous all the way down. There's a busted bat and a pop-up on the infield. It's going to fall. Oh, my. Jordan Zimmerman might have had the best shot at that, but he would have had to run over the mound and down the other side.
Well, with this speed right here, if this ball does fall, it's going to be a base hit. 2 outs. Varitek's running. Right there, it just looked like Anderson Hernandez was thrown off by Varitek. Would have served the Nationals better had Hernandez run into Varitek, because it would have been interference on Varitek and the hitter would have been out.
2 on, 2 out, and a big spot here for Nick Green, who's 5 for his last 14. Boston, with one swing, could get back in it in a hurry. Zimmerman and Bard, of course, have to be cognizant of the fact that the pitcher is on deck, although John Smoltz is better than your average major league hitting pitcher. Breaking ball up. Guzman, a backhand to Hernandez. Well played, and the Red Sox will strand a couple. Believe it or not, that's a big inning early in a game for a young pitcher like Zimmerman.
To shin bone on the freeze cam, and there you see the big old knot or egg or contusion.
Moments ago, the Nationals announced left shin contusion. Nick obviously had to be taken out of the game. Elijah Dukes will bat second here in the bottom of the second. After Christian Guzman, John Smoltz now throwing his 35th pitch. And I think the important thing is now, keep swinging well, keep your approach, get some more base hits, and get into the Boston bullpen early. I don't think anybody thinks the final score of this game is going to be 4-0.
Oh, absolutely not. And the thing is, yes, you have a lot of respect for a future Hall of Famer out there on the mound, but your job one, win the ball game. You got to put a 10 spot up on him. That's what you got to do. Get him to sign a ball after the game.
Guzman bounced out to Ortiz in the bottom of the first. Quickly 0-2. He'll serve one to left. Jason Bay coming in after it. He'll make a knee-high catch for the first out. Active wins leaders. Tom Glavine still active, at least for the moment. We saw Randy Johnson 2 wins ago. Jamie Moyer will have to pitch till he's 50 to get 300. You consider John Smoltz has already also saved 154 games. He's had a hand directly in his career in 364 wins.
And that's not counting the 15 postseason that he's won.
And 364 is one more than Warren Spahn won. So how good was that left-hander?
Oh, amazing.
That's a lot of winning and a lot of success.
Did Spahn miss time for the war?
He did.
Probably could have won 400 games.
Dukes tried to pull that outside pitch. You don't want the Nats to make it easy on Smoltz here for a while. You'll find heritage, pride, and commitment in every can. Our performance is legendary. Our Cabot legendary performance. The Senators beat the Red Sox and the Babe 8-3 on this date way back in 1919. Sam Rice, the only Hall of Famer to homer against the pitcher Babe Ruth. How about that piece of trivia? Sam Rice.
Babe Ruth was awesome as a pitcher, by the way.
Yes, he was.
94 games.
Here's Zimmerman. First pitch swinging his first time up. And his double really got the Nats going as he sent Nick Johnson to third base. Fastball misses. 2-0. Ryan's 4 for 8 in this series now, hopefully coming alive. I mentioned how well in the mid 330 range now he's hitting against right-handers this year. He got his 85th hit and scored his 48th run. He's in the top 7 in the league in both categories. There's a good fastball.
All right, you may have heard this story already. Albert Pujols, I think it was Gilmesh of the Royals, struck him out his first at bat. He goes in, he looks at the videotape, he tells the videotape guy with the Cardinals, next time I face this guy, next at bat, I'm going to hit it off of some part of the scoreboard out in left field. And they're like, oh yeah, whatever, Albert, just go out and actually hit the guy. And you see Zimmerman ground out to short, and he hits the home run right off the scoreboard where he said he's going to hit it.
And I know Chad Blair, their video guy, I'm sure he was pretty cynical about it until it happened.
Willie on his versatility roles.
Just for them to show the interest that they had in me, and they all said, you know, I was a great clubhouse guy, and that's a huge honor for me, because the way I carry myself, I'm not only carrying myself for myself, I'm representing my family, my hometown, and the Nationals. If I can carry that player-coach role around with me and maybe help someone out coming up, I'm all for it.
And he's certainly done that. And let me tell you something, you will not find a guy with a stronger work ethic. And if you want to know where that comes from, it comes from when he was a teenager working in a pickle factory in Cairo, Georgia. And he told me his uncle helped him get the job, and he would stand and work in the back line for 8 to 9 hours straight, stacking crates and barrels of pickles. And he really, really learned how to work hard from that job, Bob.
That will get you wanting to do something else for a living. We'll have to ask Willie, does he like pickles on his burger? Because he might have seen so many, he never wanted to see another one again. What a great story, Debbie, and what a great guy. Willie Harris, he just had a birthday 3 days ago, 31 years of age. Nats signed him as a free agent December 13th of 2007. Zimmerman trying to get the ball past John Smoltz here.
All right. I wanted to give you Babe Ruth's stats here as a pitcher. 94 and 46 with a 2.28 earned run average. He threw 1,200 innings in 2 seasons. 323 one year, 326 the next year. That's before he became a big slugger. He was an amazing pitcher. Talk about a great athlete.
Red Sox fans are starting to pick up on the fact that Smoltz keeps spoiling these pitches. There they go.
Well, he is a scratch golfer. He's an excellent athlete, and when he is done with baseball, he has set his sights on becoming a professional golfer.
I'm glad the ball's not on a tee because he'd probably hit that parking garage in center field. Zimmerman finally goes way upstairs to get him, and that'll be Jordan's second strikeout. So, Rob, here we go. We're on the threshold of the second time around the batting order, which spelled doom for Craig Stammen last night. We'll see how Zimmerman does.
Well, and the thing with Zimmerman, you just saw him elevate the fastball. That's what you got to be thinking. That's always my bread and butter. I can usually make a mistake with that and survive. And Craig Stammen could have survived maybe with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. You have to believe in your stuff, more so than giving these guys too much credit to where you throw your third best pitch and get beat with it.
Pedroia struck out swinging to start the game, and it's 1-1 here.
And until Pedroia can hit the fastball, why throw him a breaking ball? Why throw him a changeup?
Yeah.
So until a guy adjusts and proves he can hit my best pitch, don't throw your second or third best pitch. But this is what I'm talking about as a pitcher. You have to stand out there on the rubber and go, okay, you know, I threw him a changeup for a ball, threw him a couple of fastballs, got back in the count, you know, and threw a 2-2 borderline strike three pitch with a fastball, and then threw a 3-2 changeup, and he launched it out of here.
That's the ball game.
I've also been taught that whatever you would throw 2-2, you will throw 3-2. So if I'm going to throw a 2-2 slider, I'll throw a 3-2 slider.
Those numbers are interesting. Remember all the first inning struggles he had for a while?
Well, it looks like he gets in a groove the second and third time through the batting order. Let's hope that stays where it is.
Well, lately he's been much better in the first couple of innings. So that 303 has surely come down from where it was earlier. He's gone 3-2 on Pedroia here with J.D. Drew next, and Dustin Pedroia will step out. He's ready to pitch tonight. Throws him a strike, fouled straight back.
Well, and if this guy stays on the 95 and he keeps fouling, that's when you'll say, okay, you know what, I've had enough of this, and you'll pull the string on a breaking ball, but you throw it down in the zone because the guy's thinking there's no way he's going to throw. If he threw me 4 straight fastballs at 3-2, he's going to throw a breaking ball. That's when you pull out all the stops.
There's the breaking ball, and Pedroia couldn't reach it. You know, you would have made a good catcher. You always know. You would always know what fingers to put down.
There's a great 3-2 breaking ball right there. Pedroia just looks silly on it because he's thinking, I got to get geared up for 95. And he's just, the Exmo doesn't lie.
No.
Even the best. If you think right, you can get these guys out.
J.D. Drew lined out hard to center first time. Zimmerman's ahead of him. There's another one. 0-2. Twelve pitches first inning, 13 pitches second inning. That was his 15th of this frame.
And even though John Smoltz really rough first inning, out of the 9 guys he faced, he threw 7 first pitch strikes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he didn't have his best stuff. And I know when you handed me the pitches, you looked at that and said 7 out of 9. You know,
we were surprised by that.
Yeah, he doesn't have his best stuff, but he's, even without his best stuff, he still has great command.
J.D. Drew broke his bat. And we might add an ash bat that cracked and did not explode. Elijah Duke's bat that took out Nick Green last night, the subject of a lot of conversation around the ballpark after the game last night and this afternoon. Here's a 2-2. And he's really established the fastball, and everything's coming off of it now. Some young pitchers will get too cute and pitch backwards. Not tonight. Yankees have a 2-1 lead at Atlanta. Just like last night, the Yankees and Toronto 5 back of the Red Sox. Blue Jays are trailing at home 4-1 to Cincinnati early. J.D. Drew rockets one hopper to Guzman. That was nice, but Drew beats it out as Christian Guzman made a great pickup and then played it way too casual. He had plenty of time to throw out J.D. Drew.
Well, Drew's got exceptional speed. You can't fall asleep on him right here. And Guzman turns to his left, kind of lobs it over to first base, and Drew beats it out.
Yep. Great play with the glove, but he wasn't aggressive enough with the throw.
Give Drew a lot of credit for hustling down the line right there. But that was an amazing pick. And like you said, then you got to come up gunning, because a guy with good speed, if he's hustling, he beat that out.
And a lot of hitters would have hung their head after that ball was picked off by a fielder. Now they've kept the inning alive to their hottest hitter, and Jason Bay. It goes 2-0. Jason Bay in this series is 0 for his last 6 after he exploded early on Tuesday. Ball 3. Danger lurking in a 4-run game.
Nice.
He let it fly, did he?
Yep. Settle down. Throw a couple more. See if Bay can catch up to that 95.
Outfield straight away. They really respect this guy's ability to hit the ball anywhere. He pulls it. Zimmerman, tough play. Second base. Yes.
Nice play.
Well done by Ryan Zimmerman. And the Nats are out of the inning. Red Sox have stranded 3. The Nats have scored 4. This was very good. We love having live guests on the phone during our covering the bases segments. We're covering the bases with Cairo, Georgia native Willie Harris tonight. Here's the first pitch from John Smoltz to Adam Dunn, a breaking ball outside. With us on the line is Carlton Gaines. He was Willie Harris's high school football coach. And Carlton, Willie was a wide receiver. Tell us what kind of a football player he was.
One of the best to ever come out of Cairo, Georgia, Bob. He could pretty much dominate a football game from the wideout position. You know, that's pretty tough to do. But we played him all over the place. We played him at free safety, and he'd go in and he'd take the big pass and make a big play. And, of course, at wideout, we'd get him the ball as much as we could. He'd return kicks, return punts.
Wow.
And, had a tremendous career here at Cairo High School.
We've seen Willie's game face on a baseball field. I bet he was something on a football field.
He really was. You know, we'd always thought all along he probably had NFL kind of talent. Of course, you know, being 5'9", who knows if that would have happened or not. Obviously, it looked like he made the right decision, but he truly was a tremendous talent and a pleasure to coach and a pleasure to be around. And even today, he still supports our athletic program here at Cairo High School. in the off season. He's always around sticking with the kids. So, he definitely hasn't forgotten where he's come from.
Hey, Carlton, Rob Dibble has a question or two for you.
Sir, was he a pretty well-grounded kid because he really believes in his family, his hometown, and the people that he grew up with? He's never really forgotten where he came from.
He is, Rob. Case in point, our football team was fortunate enough to win the state football AAA Georgia championship this past season, and Willie and the mayor of Cairo fed the team a steak dinner that night. Of course, I think it was right after he signed the contract with you guys with Washington, so we really pumped that up. But he was right there joining in the celebration, and these kids really around Cairo really think a lot of Willie, and like I say, he's always generous with his time. He comes out, and in fact, works out some at the baseball field, and he hasn't changed one bit from when he was here 10, 12 years ago.
What kind of baseball player was he in high school?
He was a good baseball player. From my perspective, he was a better football player because
you're selfish.
he was a good, but you could kind of see that whatever he chose to maybe do, certainly play in the major leagues. We never maybe. I mean, we knew he had great talent, but we thought he'd go on and play college football and make his mark there. But we did know his first love was baseball, and it's obviously worked out.
Coach, did he run any track or cross country in high school?
He played basketball, and the story I like to tell about him, you guys know, he's 5'8", 5'9", maybe. He could take one step and dunk a basketball. So that tells you a little bit about what kind of, ability he has.
Coach, we're not surprised. Now, you are still the AD at Cairo High School. How long have you been coaching and athletic directing down there?
I've been the AD now 10 years. I coached for, I guess, 10 years. And have been the AD senior, so I've been in Cairo 20 years now.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate your time. Thanks for the insight on Willie Harris, and thank you as much as anybody for sending him our way eventually, because we sure love having him here in Washington, D.C. Hey, Coach, come on up and see us in the booth sometime when you make it up here for a home game. We'd love to have you.
Love to. Appreciate you guys having us on.
All right.
Thanks, Coach. Carlton Gaines, Willie Harris's high school football coach at Cairo High in Georgia. Josh Willingham hits this ball a long way. It bangs off the center field wall. And a one-out double from Willingham, who hit that ball easily 400 feet. That's one of the best swings we've seen Josh take all year, Rob. He usually pulls his home run balls, this baby, straight away.
Well, I would love to see more of this from Josh. Right there, he takes a straight fastball straight back up the middle. He crushes it off the Geico part of the wall, and he's in there with a stand-up double. But that just shows you the head's down. He's right on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Smoltz, and that's good hitting right there. Big battle against Adam Dunn. Threw a lot of pitches, finally strikes him out on kind of a backup breaking ball. There's the mark on the wall. Tries to get me over a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down Broadway, and Willingham's all over it.
Josh Bard fouls it away, and because of the configuration of the wall out there, it's about 15 feet up, 3 feet to the left, and that ball gets over the 8-foot wall for an easy home run. That's how close it was.
Wow, 2 feet from a homer.
Yep. Runner at second, one out. Josh Bard, RBI single. First time up. John Smoltz is at 56 pitches with one out in the third. He had Bard reaching. Zimmerman, by the way, 54 pitches, 40 strikes in his first three. John Smoltz cost him about 7 or 8 pitches by all those foul balls leading off the third. Josh Bard jacks one way foul. He's hit a home run this year. Bard is not a big home run hitter. He has 29 career home runs.
But he's looking more confident every time he plays when he steps up to that plate.
I think it's called playing time slash at-bats, isn't it?
Absolutely. Repetition. He's getting comfortable in there. He knows his swing now. He's got it down.
Look at him serve that ball out of play. He's a 265 career hitter. Jason Varitek is a 263 career hitter. So this is the kind of guy we're talking about. At Nationals Park on a warm evening, 82 at game time. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor, our Masson HD crew. So far, so good in game 3. Nats 4, Red Sox nothing. And a runner at second, 1 out here in the 3rd. Way inside, 2-2. John Smoltz, 10 division series, 9 LCS, 5 World Series, 2-2 with a 2.47 in World Series play, and 8 All-Star games. Integral part of that great Atlanta 14-year run. Bard reaches and spoils another.
Let's check out John Smoltz's Hall of Fame delivery. Look at the balance point. It's kind of a slide step. You see him point with the glove, elbow, shoulder going towards home plate, follow through. You have to have great mechanics to survive 20 years at the highest level in baseball.
Turned 42 on May 15th. Josh Bard, another foul.
I mean, can you imagine Glavine, his delivery, amazing. Maddox, his delivery, amazing. And then this guy, and Bobby Cox, had some amazing pitchers on his staff for many years. Plus, they're examples to the other pitchers. This is what you guys, should strive to be more like. Not, copy their mechanics, but try to get some of those little things that they do right.
2-2 again, way outside. They made Leo Mazzoni famous.
Well, Leo was big. He didn't have a lot of injuries because Leo Mazzoni believed not only in the great mechanics, but the throwing every day, which I'm a firm believer in too. And that's why I said tomorrow, when John Smoltz comes out and plays catch, that's going to be the final judge on how well his rehabilitation has come, or how far.
Pitch number 10 of this at bat coming. Josh Bard with a base hit. Willingham around third. He will score. And the Nationals lead 5-0. Josh Bard 2 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. That is one great at bat.
Well, we talked about Josh Bard feeling comfortable. This is a hanging breaking ball. Looks like a hanging fork ball from the rotation. Great shot by our camera crew right there. And then J.D. Drew does not even try to throw out Willingham at home. He cuts off Josh Bard and throws to second base.
Josh Bard now in the month of June hitting .375. Here's Willie Harris. He pulls it. David Ortiz has it eat him up. And Josh Bard's going to third base. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Marcotte makes that play. David Ortiz does not.
Kevin
Youkilis makes it as well.
But
you're right.
You're going after some offensive potential there by David Ortiz. Only his 3rd game started at first base this season. Is a shot by Willie Harris, and Big Papi does not have the reaction time on this. The Exmo will break it down. Watch the glove come up late. There you go.
Official score. David Vincent calls it an error.
Oh, that didn't even touch glove. Come on. He's got to look at our Exmo. 500 frames per second should change his mind.
Here's Anderson Hernandez, who got the big hit of the first inning, a 2-out single after he was behind in the count that drove in 2 runs.
I mean, remember what we talked about. Consider what type of first baseman David Ortiz is. Can he make that play? Because he's a heck of a DH as a first baseman.
Runner going at first. Ground ball behind him. Bard's going to be out a mile. That didn't even look like a contact play. Josh Bard got a late start. And that hurts. He does not even come close to scoring on a strong throw by Pedroia.
I think Josh Bard, you see Willie Harris off with the pitch. He probably thought, okay, Pedroia, who is a very heads-up guy, is going to throw to first. Instead, he came home, and Bard was dead to plate. But I think Josh Bard took a chance that he was going to throw it first. He gambled.
Here's Jordan Zimmerman. 2 on, 2 out. The Nats have plated 1 run here. This Boston club just makes you nervous. Even when you're ahead, you just want to grab every single run you can against these guys.
If you're up 10-0, you can't be. It's like the Yankees or a lot of these major ball clubs that have potential, like the Phillies.
Yeah.
No lead is safe in the major leagues.
Not anymore. Zimmerman takes a breaking ball, hits it to center. Right there's Ellsbury. The Nats will get 1 run. They lead after 3, 5-0. Good situational hitting tonight.
Yep, the offense is doing a great job. Got a nice lead against John Smoltz, but Zimmerman's pitch count in the 3rd inning up to 54 pitches. He's got to try to be economical the next few innings. Try to get out of them 10 pitches or less, so he could go maybe 7 innings tonight.
John Smoltz is at bat, responsible for some of those pitches.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then Christian Guzman not throwing out, drew it first. Things like that add up, and Jordan Zimmerman right here, he's got to try to be economical now and save himself to get deep into this ball game.
David Ortiz bounced out to Anderson Hernandez in right field first time up.
He's been having a lot of deep counts tonight too, Bob. 2-2, 3-2 on a lot of players.
Ortiz has a 3-game hitting streak. He's 5 for his last 12 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. So that bat that had the long home run drought has started coming alive. But I would imagine the word's around the American League pretty well that you can still get some hard stuff past this guy, and that's what Zimmerman does.
No, he's got a what we would say slider bat speed. His bat speed has slowed down considerably in the last few years, so he does a couple new things to try to speed it up. But still, you throw 94 up here, there's no way. Big Papi, Pedroia, nobody in that lineup's going to catch up to it.
Right above his bat. 4 Ks for Zimmerman. Here's Lowell, followed by Veritek in the 4th.
Well, you see a hanging breaking ball right there, and I was just going to say anybody in their lineup, if you hang a breaking ball, will hit it out of the ballpark.
That's a great fastball inside corner.
But I really like the fact that he's changing eye level on the Red Sox hitters. It's one of the things we've talked about. Sometimes his command is too good, He throws in this nice little box area. They'll elevate the fastball chest high sometimes. Throw a lot of those breaking balls sometimes down in the dirt. It's unbelievable. We have to say, don't be so good.
Yeah. You're throwing too many strikes,
yes.
kid. And I know Rob Dibble's been waiting for the daily interleague update. It was not a good night for the National League last night. American League 105, National League 91 going into today. Bouncer to third. Zimmerman able to cut it off. That keeps Guzman from a very long throw. 2 outs. Zimmerman pitching to contact. He's only given up 3 harmless singles so far.
Well, this is a great play by Ryan Zimmerman. Going to his left, does a 360. And then he throws out Mike Lowell, who's not the best of runners anymore. And look, this is a nice play. Turns, finds Adam Dunn, who's a huge target. 2 outs.
Here's Veritek, who blooped a single first time for the Red Sox first base hit with 2 outs in the second. Had him locked up with a first pitch breaking ball. Bob Davidson says he went around.
If looks could kill right there. Veritek looking down at Bob Davidson. Come on, are you kidding?
93 on the heater after the curveball. It probably looked 97. And he's within 1 pitch of a quick 4th inning, something, as Rob mentioned, that Jordan needs, a quick inning. This may help. Zimmerman is there. And through 4, it's all Nats bats and Ryan Zimmerman's buddy Jordan's arm. The fans like it. 5-0. Get a free game. It's that easy. 202-675-NATS or nationals.com/Grand Slam. Top of the order for the Nationals, bottom of the 4th. John Smoltz about to throw his 70th pitch. Guzman 0 for 2 tonight. He's had 7 consecutive multi-hit games, hitting .471 over that time. Elijah Dukes and Ryan Zimmerman to follow. First pitch breaking ball in there. Smoltz has walked 1 batter and hit 1. Nick Johnson hit on the shin, had to leave the game. Adam Dunn walked, and both of them scored in that 4-run first inning. Guzman, a little chopper right to the pitcher. Another thing all those Atlanta pitchers did for years was field their position very well. Well, on these segues. Tom the lead over Abe. And then as they got nowhere near Teddy and George, they took off. Oh, that's Teddy and Tom, pardon me. And even on 3 wheels, Teddy can't win. That was hilarious.
It's a storyline that's not going to change.
You have inside info on this?
I have this gut feeling.
So if he hasn't won by now, it's probably never?
Yep.
Maybe they're waiting for the first playoff game.
It's kind of like a daytime soap.
No resolution?
Yeah, there's never going to be a you could get killed off and then come back.
Yeah,
it's poor Teddy. He's not going to win. So we're going to have to think of something else. Maybe we bring in a new character.
We have to talk to the Geico Gecko. There has to be something he can do. I mean, after all, it's his money.
And Screech. That takes out 2 of the 3 other heads.
Elijah Dukes hit that ball right off the end of the bat. That thing had some crazy spin on it, and John Smoltz made a good reaction to grab it. 2 outs.
Elijah Dukes is just going to see him so settled at the plate. Bang! Right back up the middle. John Smoltz, an excellent fielder.
Smoltz almost reached for it well before it got there. 2 outs, bases empty. Ryan Zimmerman. Ryan's had a good game with a double, a run scored, and 2 good plays in the field. 4 for 9 in the series.
There was a playoff game a few years ago. Was talking to Marcus Giles, his teammate, before the game, and he said there's no way Smoltz should be pitching tonight. His shoulder is just terrible, and I think he went 8 shutout innings. So he is one of the toughest competitors that's ever played this game. Has pitched a lot of his career injured. Has had trouble with the elbow, with the shoulder.
He's a Michigan boy from Waverly High School in Lansing.
Probably played a little hockey growing up.
He was all-state basketball and baseball in high school. And of course that is Michigan State Spartan territory. The 1-1 to Zimmerman. He's Virginia Cavalier through and through. Breaking ball. Ryan, I thought he was on it, and he still had it slip by him. He was not fooled by that pitch. In fact, it almost appeared as if he was looking hook.
He may have been looking hook, but 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then he pulls the string on a 78-mile-an-hour curveball. Still tough, even if you know it's coming.
Smoltz is due to bat 3rd in the 5th, so this could be it for him.
Wow.
I think he probably got that call for about 15 years in Atlanta.
Woo!
But Jeff Nelson didn't give it to him.
This is 90+ on the black. I don't even know if Veritek needed to move the glove back over and frame it.
2-2 down.
Tight zone.
Zimmerman pops it in the air, short right center. On the run, Ellsbury, and then JD drew the call right at the end. The Nats go in order for the 2nd time tonight. That might be it for Smoltz.
Sox, the Yankees, even the Phillies for $5. You get 3 tries, and you can splash them right here in the dunk tank. And if that doesn't work for you, spend $5 on one of these cool green bags, and all the money benefits the Nationals Dream Foundation. Bob, Rob, your wives will love it.
I don't know. I think those colors go with some of the outfits we've been wearing up here lately.
I would agree.
I know you donated some ties today, didn't you? We had our tie drive to the ballpark tonight.
Well, I didn't mention it, but I too have a lot of Jerry Garcia ties.
I got rid of my Jerry Garcia tie. Still, I hope somebody.
When I worked at another place, I met the rep from the Jerry Garcia tie company, and he sent me dozens and dozens of ties.
Nice. Schwagmeister.
Hey, if it's free, it's for me, and I'll take 3.
Anderson Hernandez picks that one off, sharply hit by Jacoby Ellsbury. And Jordan Zimmerman starts off his 5th inning with a quick out. By the way, back in the 3rd inning, that hard hit ball by Willie Harris that got by David Ortiz has been changed to a single. No surprise there. Don't you hate it when we're right?
Well, it's
common sense.
Yeah.
A lot of it's common sense.
And it's our guy. It's our guy, Willie.
Yeah.
It's his night.
Maybe Coach Gaines called up the scorer and said, "Hey, you."
Put the screws to him. Don't make me come up from Georgia.
Yeah. You don't want a football coach from Georgia looking for you, folks.
No.
John Smoltz is on deck here as Nick Green swings and fouls one. He bounced out to short first time up, so we thought Smoltz might be done after 4 innings and 79 pitches, but if they get a man on, they could make a move. Orioles and the Nats all weekend long. DC 50 joins us on Sunday. Then it's on to Florida. Zimmerman to his left, and a perfect throw, 2 outs. When he's in a hurry, nobody's better. That's his 3rd good play tonight.
Yes, this is an outstanding catch right here. He lays out. There's full extension right there. Get up, throw it underhand. Adam Dunn, nice stretch. That's just fantastic work.
That glove is magic. Smoltz fouls one, and now
he even snow coned it though on the Exmo. It was sticking out of the glove.
Jordan Zimmerman has a chance for another quick inning. He's retired 6 straight and 9 of the last 10. Crowd still buzzing about this snow cone in June.
Look at this right here. Watch it when it comes on the ground. You can see it sticking out of the glove, but he's still squeezing it hard.
Well, that just made it easier to find. There are third basemen who use bigger gloves than Ryan Zimmerman.
That looks like a middle infielder's glove.
That is not a big third baseman's glove, but he gets to as many balls or more than anybody. 1-2 to Smoltz. He's gone, and so are the Red Sox in the top of the 5th. 5 strikeouts from Jordan Zimmerman, and his defense giving him lots of help.
There's a diving play right there.
Yeah.
We saw that in New York.
Now, I asked somebody with the Red Sox the other day as the season got going, or the series got going, why did you guys trade Willie Harris? He's such a valuable player. He played for the Red Sox back in '06. He got picked off second one night. They got mad about it, and he was no longer a Red Sox shortly thereafter. He got picked off second base in a crucial situation. As fate would have it, maybe we can thank that pitcher who picked him off, because he's a Nat and a very good one now. Adam Dunn batting against John Smoltz, bottom of the fifth underway.
Yeah,
1 ball, 1 strike.
Working on some stuff. That was his fourth ball right there. 85-mile-an-hour changeup. He's thrown about maybe a handful of those tonight, along with a 50-50. Some good curveballs, some hanging curveballs, and really good velocity.
This would be a great time for number 297. The Nationals have not hit a home run in this series. Red Sox nearly all of their runs on the home run ball, 5 out of 6 last night. Firestone is a tradition of innovation and the home run leaders over the last 5 years. Adam Dunn 7 behind Albert Pujols. Pujols has 26 this year. More than A-Rod, more than Ortiz, more than Howard, and Teixeira.
And just think if they were pitching to Pujols.
He has 70 RBIs going into today, Albert Pujols. But they were beaten 3-2 by Johan Santana. And a 3-2 now. This could be interesting if Smoltz challenges him. He didn't. He threw him soft, low and in, and Adams strikes out for the second time tonight. 2 of Smoltz's 3 strikeouts, Adam Dunn.
Well, this is how you get over 3,000 strikeouts right there. 3-2, not afraid to throw his breaking ball. Where is it? Down in the dirt. Veritek picks it up, tags him out.
I don't think that Terry Francona leaving Smoltz in here is by any means conceding this game to the Nats. We thought they might hit for him in the 5th, down 5. Now, if Nick Green had reached base, if Zimmerman doesn't make that play, maybe John Smoltz is out of the game. But right now, they like the way he's throwing.
Right. He's found himself a little bit of a groove here. He's up to 87 pitches. If he's going to pitch every 5th day, now that Daisuke Matsuzaka's on the disabled list, he's got to be able to go 100+ pitches.
Here comes number 88. Front door slider to Willingham, who hit the ball a mile last time. Josh right off the Geico sign in right center. He has an RBI single, a double, and Josh Willingham's batting average now is up to 260. His career average, 266. And remember, it took him all of April just to get out of the 100s. That's a strike, says Mark Carlson, and the count goes to 1-2.
Josh Willingham from the side, breaking the plane.
Yeah, that was a swing. Willingham and Bard are 4 for 4 tonight. And Josh fooled by a fastball that caught the outside edge. 2 down. John Smoltz, 264 wins, counting the victories and the saves. Great ERA. Only player in history to go 200 and 150 saves. Hard to believe it when he got number 3,000 against the Nats last year. That's only 14 strikeouts ago.
Well, Willingham was 15.
He's been so hurt.
3015. Yeah, he was done. Had to have reconstructive surgery on the shoulder.
Josh Bard has solved him twice. Sometimes you can see the balls that a hitter fouls off, and you can tell how well he's swinging. Because Bard fouled off a bunch of nasty pitches last time. He went 10 pitches before lining an RBI hit to right field. And there are more right-handed pitchers than there are lefties. The Nats may be onto something here with this switch hitting catcher. Oh, great changeup by Smoltz. John Smoltz has retired 8 in a row. So he's rolling, but the Nats are leading by 5 into the 6th. And by Acura. Acura Advance. Beautiful evening as we look northward toward the Capitol Dome and right inside the ballpark. A couple of young Nats fans enjoying this 5-0 lead as we go top 6. Top of the order for the Red Sox. Florida leads Baltimore tonight 5-0 in the 5th, and the Phillies trail at Tampa Bay 6-4 in the 4th. Other NL East teams in action. As we told you earlier today, Mets behind Santana beat St. Louis behind Carpenter 3-2.
How about this stat? The 3 at-bats from Dunn and Bard. 22 pitches to Dunn, 19 to Bard, 41 total of Smoltz's.
2 hitters, huh?
Yeah, 2 hitters are wearing out John Smoltz tonight.
Well, Dunn hasn't made contact, a walk and 2 strikeouts. And then Bard had that 10-pitch at bat. Red Sox fans are making some noise. They know it's getting late. And Zimmerman will get a pop-up on the infield. Looking into the twilight, Zimmerman. 1 out. And that is 8 in a row for Jordan Zimmerman. Celebrate the 4th of July weekend. Braves are in town. Friday, live music and then fireworks after the game. Saturday the 4th, first 20,000 fans are mini U.S. flag. And on Sunday the 5th, it's Family Fun Day. Pre-game autographs, post-game run the bases. 888-632-NATS. That'll be a real short little homestand when the Nationals come back from a 3-game trip to Florida following 3 in Baltimore. We almost consider the Baltimore series a home series because we commute up there pretty much on a daily basis. So the schedule a little choppy in terms of travel for the next couple of weeks. J.D. Drew 1 for 2 with an infield hit. He's hit the ball sharply twice, and that's a breaking ball that he fouls. And Zimmerman working quickly, a count of 1-2. Jordan Zimmerman, 6th inning of work right now. He's at 82 pitches. 8 in a row and 11 of 12. He's just getting the ball and playing catch with Josh Bard.
I think he's on a mission tonight.
Yankees, by the way, now have a 6-1 lead at Atlanta. Alex Rodriguez has hit his 10th. J.D. Drew reaching, and he gets a base hit. He's had 3 good at-bats tonight. Jason Bay and David Ortiz, the next 2 hitters. Ask about the Nats at massinsports.com. We invite you to do that frequently. Scott from South Riding, Virginia wants to know how often players get a new glove. Now, Rob, will they go new to new, or will they break in several at a time?
They'll use one in practice to break it in, but they'll stay with a gamer for as long as possible, maybe years.
Jason Bay singles. Willie Harris does the right thing by throwing to second base. Yep. And the Red Sox are starting to swing early in the count against Zimmerman here.
But to finish on that glove question, I mean, I had a gamer in the major leagues as a reliever because I wasn't like a third baseman or an infielder or a catcher where I was going to wear out the glove for 5 years.
Yeah.
Until it was stolen in a fight with the Astros.
Somebody from the other team stole your glove?
Absolutely. You got to be pretty hated for the guys to steal your glove and cut it up on their plane.
Well, they were in your division.
Yes, they were. So
they cut it up on the plane?
That's the rumor.
Oh my, that is horrible, Rob. I feel
don't
really
feel bad. You know
for
what? I earned that label and that reputation as Steve McCaddy is out there in Jordan Zimmerman's face saying, let's go. You've thrown a great game to this point. Finished it off right here.
A big at bat. It's a 5-run game. David Ortiz with 2 men aboard and 1 out here in the 6th.
And Jordan Zimmerman should be standing out there going, okay, you know what? A couple of hits here. This is the guy. I want to show everybody my reputation that I can get this guy out.
And if last night was any lesson, the Nats will keep throwing hard to David Ortiz, mixing up location. And a foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. David Ortiz 2 for 5 in this series. Doesn't hit into many double plays, 5 of them this year, but Anderson Hernandez is playing a lot more shallow on the infield than he was earlier. Fastball just missing, up and away. 94 on that heater.
I'd like to see him elevate a fastball, though, about waist to chest high on Big Papi. There's no way he's catching up to that.
Well, he struck him out on one last time.
One of the tougher things to do. You're taught to always throw downhill, try to aim for below the knees, so it's hard to start throwing back uphill and elevate and walk the ladder, so to speak.
And David Ortiz late for that one. That ball not too deep. Willingham.
Go to second.
J.D. Drew is the runner. He'll overshoot the cutoff man. But no runners advance other than J.D. Drew, and Josh Bard almost blocked off home plate. So the Red Sox are on the scoreboard, but you'll take that out.
Well, he gets behind. He throws him a low fastball down and away. Then he throws him 94. He fouls it off. That was on the corner. Then he throws him a high fastball, 94. David Ortiz late, pops it up to left field.
And Rob, I am very surprised Jason Bay stayed at first base when this ball sailed over Zimmerman, the cutoff man. The Red Sox should have a runner in scoring position here.
I think he was maybe as shocked as I am at this point that throw went to home. J.D. Drew is a very fast base runner. It's 5-0.
You're taught to.
Well, and Josh Willingham was flat-footed when he caught the ball, so he really didn't have momentum coming towards home plate. And you don't want more runs. You want to cut off runs to stop a big inning right here.
Mike Lowell 0 for 2 with a pair of grounders to Zimmerman. On one, Ryan made a very good play to his left. Nats bullpen stirring. And Zimmerman's got another one. He's averaging a star in the scorebook per inning. In the 3rd, in the 4th, in the 5th, and here in the 6th. Let's see what he does next time.
See, some guys have to smell good, some guys have to feel good, and Colomay is definitely one of them. You'll never catch him smelling bad. He's definitely going to smell good. Thanks, Colomay. Thank you, Poppy. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Poppy. You and I going to start calling each other Poppy?
Sure, Poppy.
That was fun, Willie. Nice interview. And evidently, Jesus Colomay needs to be have a little better locker awareness. Went into somebody else's locker initially there.
I'd rather use that other guy's cologne than my own.
Here's Daniel Bard, who takes over. John Smoltz is done. Bard appeared in the 9th inning in the 11-3 game on Tuesday night. Pitched a scoreless night, but the Nats had a couple of hits and a walk against him. Willie Harris leads off. We're covering the bases with Willie tonight, and Willie has also contributed to the broadcast crew. I mean, we can't very well have Debbie Taylor looking in guys' lockers for cologne now, can we? So Willie took care of that for us. That was fun.
Guys, you know, you're all sweaty and nasty. I think the point of that interview was, why are you throwing cologne on top of the sweat to go out there for the ball game? But a lot of guys do that.
There's Jesus Colomay.
Oh, he smells good.
Yeah. Well, Willie hit a homer last week, one of those 15. Well, it's always important for a reliever to smell and not stink. Those guys have as much pressure on them as anybody who plays this game. They're never really coming into a comfortable situation, it seems. Willie Harris 1 for 2. He's lined out hard and singled to right. Had a good rip at that one from Daniel Bard, who is celebrating his 24th birthday today. Red Sox second pick, 28th overall pick. They had 2 picks of the top 28 3 years ago. He's from Houston, lives in Orangeport, Florida now, and a 2-2 coming. Really got a piece of it. Harris, Hernandez, and Zimmerman. And if you're wondering about Jordan Zimmerman, we like his chances of coming out for another inning. He's thrown 94 pitches. I think Rob mentioned it's been a long time since he went 7. May 22nd against the Orioles, the only time he's done that. Upstairs, and Willie Harris is having a good at bat. Ross Detweiler pitches against the Orioles tomorrow night. Orioles originally taking Willie Harris. Parts of 7 years in the minors. Broken bat. He's off and running. That's going to be a base hit. Willie will take it after that laser he hit right at J.D. Drew back in the first inning. So he's 2 for 3 tonight. And Willie Harris in this series is now 3 for 11. He's hit safely in 5 of his last 6 games.
Well, that's what 97 in on your hand sounds like when it breaks your bat. But it's still a single. Look at that. Orioles 2001 minor league player of the year.
He was traded to the White Sox for Chris Singleton in January of 2002. He was there for 4 years. And then the Red Sox signed him as a minor league free agent in February of 2006. Willie has something he can tell people forever. He's a 1,000 hitter in the World Series. 1 for 1 with a stolen base and a run for the world champion Sox in 2005. White Sox, that is. Two and 0 to Anderson Hernandez, who has the night's biggest hit. A 2-out, 2-run single that made a 2-run first, a 4-run frame. That's 3-0. Ideal situation in this league with the pitcher on deck. If they can get a couple of guys on here, let Jordan Zimmerman drop down a bunt, and then he can go sit down. And here comes that opportunity. 2 on, nobody out. What's better than that when you're up 5-1?
A 3-run home run right here by Zimmerman.
He's not swinging.
Oh, you said what's better than the sack bunt that's coming up right here as John Farrell comes out, and there's Medwick. What do you got for us?
Red Sox captain before Jason Varitek. Carlton Fisk, maybe? Debbie Taylor gets really emotional.
I know.
She was up out of her chair, so it must be Fisk.
What kind of question is that?
These people from New England, I'm telling you. I thought my buddies back in St. Louis were crazy. These Boston people are nuts.
I thought it was Carl Yastrzemski.
I think he was the first after, like.
Oh. So Pudge was not a captain?
I don't think so. I think they went captain-less for a long time.
Was Ted Williams a captain?
I could be wrong.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't think Ted ever was a captain. But he was the splendid splinter.
Teddy ball game, we know. Oh, that's a good bunt. Nobody covering third. Now the pitcher boots it. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded, nobody out. It'll be a sacrifice for Zimmerman, an error on Bard, and the Nationals have a chance to bust this baby wide open.
His job right here is sacrifice bunt. He lays down a perfect one right there. Bard goes to handle it. Jumps over his glove. Might have been trying to check out where Zimmerman was down the line before he caught it.
And really, he had no reason to look up because there was no play at third. Mike Lowell was charging the bunt. And the Red Sox did not have the wheel play on with the shortstop. They played the infield back, and here's Guzman. We don't want Christian hitting the ball in the air very often, but this could be one of those. And he'll take it low and away, ball 1. Hey, Rob, this is where you put a game away right now if you're a good ball club.
You just hit the nail on the head. You have to take advantage of the other team's mistakes. Happens enough against the Nationals. So when a very good ball club like this does make a mistake, you need to take full advantage.
But make him throw a strike, and Guzman takes it 2-0.
And don't help him. There's no reason to help him. He's struggling. He's a young kid. Probably very emotional at this moment. And let him melt down.
Be aggressive here, but be intelligent about it. 2-0.
He tries to sneak over a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down Broadway. Kill it.
He killed it. Right field. Harrison score. Hernandez scores, and the Nationals lead 7-1. And for Guzman, RBIs number 17 and 18. And finally, for the first time in these 3 days, Nats fans have had plenty to cheer about in their own ballpark.
Well, Bard tried to get a 2-0 fastball across. Christian Guzman would have none of it. As we said, 3-0 pitch to Dunn earlier today. Unless it's right there and you know you can crush it, you're going to let it go and let him get in trouble. But great job by Christian right there.
Still nobody out. Here's Elijah Dukes. 0 for 2 since replacing Nick Johnson. If you weren't with us in the first inning, Nick took a breaking ball right off the shin. Got what appeared to be a golf ball sized welt and was taken out of the game, and so Dukes came in to play right field, moving Dunn to first and Willingham to left. 9 Nats hits, 7 Washington runs. And Dukes, something was not right there for the Red Sox. When that pitch was delivered, Nick Green, their shortstop, was at second base behind the runner. Not supposed to happen.
And that can just maybe show you how Bard has been affected by this inning.
Good take by Elijah on the breaking ball way outside. Ryan Zimmerman has had an amazing night at third base. Pretty good with the bat as well. 1 for 3 with a double.
and things like this happen to a younger pitcher, all the thoughts just start rushing in your head. Oh my, I can't believe this just happened to me. There's no outs.
So is this
How
what
did
they
I get
mean?
myself in this situation?
Is this what they mean when they say a veteran player has to slow the game down?
Absolutely. And that's, we talk about that with Ron Vallone. Ron Vallone will come in here. He'll change the tempo.
Dukes will pull that outside pitch. Should be a double play. Lowell not in time though.
Great job by Elijah.
And that's a good thing for the Nats. It gets Zimmerman off the bases on the force out, and then leaves Guzman and Dukes out there.
Elijah's going to get a curveball right there. Two bouncer to Mike Lowell. He takes a couple of steps. Those couple of steps allow Elijah Dukes to hustle down first base and not be doubled up.
So still only one out in the inning, and Zimmerman does get to sit out now. And here's Ryan Zimmerman. That's a fastball, 96 at the knees.
From a guy who's a tree. He's about what, 6'7", 6'8" out there, Bard?
He's listed
6'9" maybe.
Well, they only list him at 6'4", but he sure looks taller.
Oh, look at how big that kid is.
Wow. And then some high cheese to follow those at the knees. And the count's 0-2. Adam Dunn looking terribly stressed in the on-deck circle.
You were right, though. Maybe it's the tough righties that he needs to face to get himself out of the slump.
Yeah. He sure hangs in against them well. Maybe that keeps him on the ball longer. He goes out and gets that nasty breaking pitch to follow it off. That was a strikeout pitch right there.
Absolutely. Well, that's, you know, that's Nick Johnson to lefties. Yep. What Ryan Zimmerman is to righties on this club. Except I think Nick's hitting about 370 off lefties. He's ridiculous. Right back up the middle.
Whoa! On a fly to the screen. He had folks in the first row ducking it. And it's second and third now.
Well, this is some high cheese over the head of Jason Varitek. I don't even know if Bard ever picked Varitek up after he looked at second.
Infield in. Way inside. He's lost his location after getting ahead of Ryan, and now the count's 3-2 with Adam Dunn next. A base hit, a walk, a sacrifice, an error, a two-run single by Guzman, and a wild pitch. The Nats have a 7-1 lead and a chance for more. High breaking ball strikes him out. Get your red on every Friday night, Miller Lite Party Night, for just $20 and $2 more for premium games. You get a seat in the scoreboard pavilion and a free drink, soda, water, or beer. Live music before the game, post-game fireworks. 888-632-NATS, Nationals.com, or stop by the box office on your way in for a great Friday night. The next one will be July 3rd against the Braves. By the way, the 2 runs the Nationals have scored so far are both earned. Any more they score would be unearned because of the extra out on the pitcher's error. In case you're one of those scorers who keeps track of such things. Adam Dunn takes it way upstairs, 2-0. There's Ron Vallone. Fast in the bullpen, slower on the diamond. I wonder if this means now that the Nats have a 6-run lead, if Manny's prepared to turn it over to the bullpen.
Maybe.
Adam Dunn launches one to left. Not too deep, and Jason Bay is there. Nats get 2 runs. A walk helped. Couple of hits. 7-1 Washington.
You see him eyeing his target. Wrap the glove, point the shoulder, and fire. Now you got our phenom on the right, Jordan Zimmerman. Great stuff, having a great night tonight. You see the balance, the takeaway, the head on the target, curl the glove, bring that shoulder through. Great follow through. So great mechanics on both sides. And we hope that our guy goes 20 years like John Smoltz.
Right now, the Nats should be happy with 1 more inning. Good line there. 94 pitches, 59 strikes, and against 23 hitters, 15 first pitch strikes. Now 15 against 24 hitters. Jason Varitek 1 for 2. Two and 0. Now Julian Tavares joining Ron Vallone. Sure would be nice if the bullpen only had to get 6 outs tonight.
Well, it's not the kind of start to this inning that I'm sure that Manny Acta was looking for.
High strike.
Make him swing it. Come on. Get back in there. 3-0 right here. Guy's been pretty close all night. Might have been a gimme over strike, but that's not good enough.
But when I look at that pitch track, the top of that box is at the belt.
I know.
And I always thought that the strike zone would at least go up somewhere in the area of the letters. I just remember a lot of announcers when I was a kid saying, strike at the letters. Let's pay off our trivia. Jason Varitek is the captain of the Red Sox. Who was before he was? Was it Yaz? It was Jim Rice.
Going to the Hall of Fame.
Man, I got to send an email to New Hampshire. Somebody. That's okay.
That's all right.
That one got we thought it had to be Pudge or Yaz. By the way, that was Jordan Zimmerman's first walk tonight. He's had great command. Broken back grounder. They can get the lead runner here. Hernandez plays it well, and that's fine. Boy, Jim Rice. He is going to the Hall of Fame this summer. Over 380 homers, hitting just under 300. Not that far off 1,500 RBIs. An MVP and All-Star.
And can I tell you my wife's favorite player?
Really?
Yeah. She loves Jim Rice. Now, I saw Jim Rice in Double-A in Bristol at Muzzy Field. awesome.
I have a story to tell about Jim Rice that came from my old broadcast partner, Steve Busby. He was pitching for Kansas City at Fenway one day. He said Jim Rice hit a line drive that went right over his head. He heard it go by. The next time they heard it, it smacked off the back wall in the center field bleachers. That's how strong that man was.
Oh, yeah. He was amazing. The fact that he had to wait 15 years to be elected. Come on. He's just an amazing hitter. One of the best of his era.
Runner goes on a 1-1. Throw is late, and it skips into center field. And Jacoby Ellsbury, after stealing his 31st base, is on third base with one out. That'll be Josh Bard's third error of the year.
Well, Maniac is probably thinking what I'm thinking. You're not going to throw out Ellsbury. He's too quick. Got a great jump on Zimmerman. So that throw going into center field and putting Ellsbury on third, not really necessary.
That's the worst throw for a second baseman. You're going one way, and then the catcher throws it in behind you. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Green. So now the Red Sox can score a run with a fly ball. They have Kevin Youkilis on deck. And if Zimmerman doesn't retire Green, this game could get interesting.
No, I think he's going to get Green right here. I don't think he's real happy.
And Green slams his bat down. 2 outs.
Nah, I saw a look in Jordan's eyes. He's not happy about the walk. He's definitely not happy about Ellsbury getting all the way to third. He just blows away Nick Green. 95. You're not touching that.
Rob Dibble, don't you love a young pitcher who's got a mean streak in him?
I'm telling you.
I mean, this isn't croquet.
I want to be here in a few years when it all comes together. Detweiler, Zimmerman, possibly Strasburg, throw in a couple more. It could be ugly for opponents.
Well, let's hope so.
Drew Storn down in the bullpen.
Well, I've had people tell me,
Lennon,
just people who work around the ballpark, they were so impressed when Drew Storn was here of what kind of kid he is. They can't stop talking about it. He has a lot of people who work in this stadium rooting for him right now. And he made a great statement. He said, you know what? I haven't pitched in a while. I need to get signed and get to work, and that's what the kid did.
He wanted to get busy. He wanted to get busy on his road to the big leagues.
1-1 to Youkilis. That's a fly ball to right. Elijah Dukes is right there. Ball changed directions on him, but he's got it. A bit of an adventure, and the Red Sox are still down 6 runs at the 7th inning stretch.
level. A lot of times he got in a jam, but he stepped up and he said, no, you're going to have to hit my number one. He's thrown a lot of great fastballs right by a very good offensive team, one of the best teams in the big leagues. And so as far as a confidence builder, 7 great innings by Jordan Zimmerman.
And better situational hitting, to say the least.
Oh, much better. I mean, you know what? This is a good team, and they break out of it every now and then, show you the signs of the signals of brilliance, and then sometimes they'll get a little bit complacent and start falling back on some of their things, some of the bad habits that they've had. But they can beat anybody in the big leagues. They just have to believe that on a nightly basis.
Mop-up appearance for Takashi Saito out of the Boston bullpen. When the Nats come up in the bottom of the 7th with Willingham, Bard, and Harris. And the new catcher. Is that George Coteras? Gutierrez, pardon me. They shipped out their third catcher, Dusty Brown.
No.
Because they had to activate John Smoltz.
Poor Dusty.
Josh Willingham's had a good night. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI single, a double, and 2 runs scored.
No, you don't take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays, and possibly could have taken more from the Red Sox. You gotta grind out every pitch, every inning. You gotta be able to try to take everything the opponent gives you.
Have your starter go deep.
You gotta have the starters going deep, 7 innings, be the bridge to the last couple of guys in the bullpen.
Great performance by Jordan Zimmerman tonight. Nats have out-hit the Red Sox 9-5 and lead 7-1. Nationals trying to improve their interleague record to 6-9. With the possibility of finishing at 500 if they could sweep at Baltimore. Long throw and well done by Nick Reed. Last year, by the way, the Nationals in interleague play were 8-10. Verizon Fios presents Nats Extra with Johnny and Ray. How the Nats, and most of this was early, did go on the attack against John Smoltz. Jordan Zimmerman's performance covering 7 innings, 1 walk, 1 run on 5 hits. The Battle of the Beltways is back tomorrow in Baltimore. Ross Detweiler against Brad Bergeson tomorrow night. Rob and I will be there with our friends Jim Hunter and Jim Palmer. Debbie Taylor and Amber Theo Harris.
Well, it's definitely an honor to be able to work with the Hall of Famer again.
So we've got a cast of a half dozen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's Josh Bard. Willie Harris will be next. He's 2 for 3 tonight, hitting the ball hard twice. And Bart slamming that one off the mask of George Gutierrez, the catcher. Pretty nice night for the man from Cairo, Georgia.
Well, and more important than what Josh Bard has done at the plate tonight, it's what he's done against the Red Sox and with Jordan Zimmerman. That's job 1. Get the most out of your pitchers.
Three and 1 to Bard, who's having quite a month of June. Hitting around 370.
Well, I talked to the Colorado Rockies' Chris Iannetta, their catcher, today. And he talked about, I asked him, how were you able to go 17-6 so far in June after your manager got fired? And he said, listen, simply, we stopped going 2-1 and 3-1 on every hitter and started throwing strikes.
Yeah.
Same guys, same team. They just focused a little bit more.
Well, to a certain extent, that's what the Nats' young starters have done. This ball is hit hard, and it's up against the scoreboard. Josh Bard has another hit, and he hit it so hard, even the speedy Ellsbury couldn't get there. 3 for 4, Josh Bard.
Josh Bard right here is going to get a Saito, looked like maybe a screwball going away or a two-seam fastball going away from him. Hits the sweet spot on the bat.
That's not a good feeling fence to be up against either. Josh Bard hitting .381 this month, and for more on Willie Harris, here's Debbie.
Well, Bob, Nats first base coach Marquise Grissom describes Willie as a special person who is hardworking and the ultimate professional as a player.
He's one of the veterans over here. He has to set the example. He has to go out and play well, show up and work on his game on time and all the time, and that's what he does. Being able to play all those positions, you have to come in and get your work in. And I think he's definitely a role model and an example for some of the younger players. And not only that, he wants to go out and play for a long time.
Marquise also said to me that it's really nice to see Willie reaping the benefits of all that hard work. He's being rewarded on a nightly basis.
Playing time, more at-bats, more productivity. That sounds like the Home Depot, by the way. Visit homedepot.com/spring. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot, and they bring us covering the bases. And Willie has rewarded us tonight. 2 for 3, 2 hits, a run. Leans back from that one, 2-1. By the way, they were still counting the tickets for the last 5 innings or so, but this will be another record crowd tonight. Nearly 42,000, 41,985 for the third straight night. The Nationals set a new record for this ballpark. So the Nationals will draw right around 123,000 for these 3 games. And by the way, even coming into tonight's game, the home average attendance had jumped 1,100 per game over the last 2 nights. And we only say this because the score is 7-1 Washington. Thanks to our friends from New England for spending their money at the ballpark here.
Absolutely. Thank you to Red Sox Nation for coming down, supporting your team.
As they do everywhere. They're one of those teams that have national interest. Yankees are like that. Cardinals, Dodgers are like that. Braves because of TV, and the Cubs because of the superstations over the years. Certain teams have that national presence. Wherever they go, their fans are there, and a lot of them. 3-2 to Harris, and he fouls it. Debbie, did you have a chat with a certain second baseman about this ballpark?
I did. I talked to Dustin Pedroia before the game, and he said of all the new ballparks, he thinks Nationals Park is the best. He said it's better than Citi Field. It's better than the new Yankee Stadium. He said everything here is first class, and he really has enjoyed playing here the last couple of days.
And the longtime radio announcer for the Red Sox, Joe Castiglione, told me the exact same thing. He said, I can't wait till we come back. Willie Harris launches one. See you later. Now Willie can cover all the bases. His third of the year. RBIs number 13 and 14, and Willie's 3 for 4 tonight.
Well, he tries to get a breaking ball by Willie Harris on the inner half. It hangs, and Willie Harris jumps all over that pitch from Saito.
Look at Willie Harris going second deck.
Well, and you also saw the short, compact swing, too. Didn't try to do too much. Tried to hit a line drive, and it just jumped off his bat.
First Washington home run of this series. The route is on. It's 9-1 Washington.
Well, they still have 6 outs, though. Never count the Red Sox out of a game.
Anderson Hernandez has been on twice tonight. There's Ronnie Belliard to hit next for Zimmerman. So the Nationals 5, 6, 7, and 8 hitters on base 10 times tonight. That ball hit hard to left center by Hernandez, but tailing right to Jason Bay. 2 outs. Tonight's copyrighted telecast, presented by authority of the Washington Nationals, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Ronnie Belliard will pinch hit for Jordan Zimmerman, who goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run on 5 hits. He walks 1, strikes out 5. He's in line for his 3rd major league win, a .500 record, and his first win in his last 10 starts. Well deserved tonight, but some work yet to be done. I'm just trying to keep myself from being grabbed by the collar and thrown out of this booth.
No, but you heard what I said yesterday when Craig Stammen was talking about pitching well against the Yankees and stuff. You know, don't get too far ahead of yourself. You know, every game is different. Every team is a quality team. You can't get too cocky at this level. It's a very humbling sport. You're looking at a Hall of Fame pitcher in John Smoltz that was humbled tonight.
109 pitches, 77 strikes. Kung fu fighting for a foul ball, evidently.
Every time we come to DC, it's something incredible, man.
It's a perfect night at the ballpark now, kid. Come on, Dad, give him some cotton candy. It's only 9:20 p.m.
Oh, he's done with school for the summer. He's so happy.
That's a nasty pitch to Ronnie Belliard. He's gone. But the Nats pick up 2 in the 7th. Josh Bard really hits a double well. Willie Harris gets all of a home run. His 3rd, and the Nats lead 9-1. Your world delivered. Here's our game summary. John Smoltz roughed up early by the Nats, who had a 4-run, 4-hit first inning. Willie Harris a wonderful night, including his 3rd home run, and Josh Bard hitting ahead of him Man, you hit ahead of Willie Harris. You're going to see some fastballs, evidently.
I guess so.
Willie Harris protecting Josh Bard. And there's Alberto Gonzalez, who takes over for Guzman at short. And a perfect situation for Tyler Clippard. Not his career debut, but his 09 debut with the Nats. He started a couple of ball games last year, went 1-1 with a 4.35 ERA. Nats got him from the Yankees in December of 07 for right-handed pitcher Jonathan Albaladeo.
Very nice, Albaladeo. I was wondering how you said that kid's name.
There's a good fastball to the outside corner.
Well, and Tyler Clippard has had to make the transition from starter to reliever, which is being able to get ready on 10 pitches or less some nights. Also to go out there and start throwing strikes as soon as you get in the game.
Dustin Pedroia 0 for 3 tonight and 5 of 13 in this series. Clippard with a fastball up. Zimmerman, he was going to charge, then he laid back. And look how quickly he got rid of that ball. He knew who was running. And again, when he's in a hurry, nobody does it better.
You're going to see a third baseman get in between hops right here. Ryan Zimmerman could have charged. Then he said, oh no. Came back, short hops him. He's got a flick of the wrist over to first. You won't see a better play made by a third baseman this year. That's awesome.
That's a flat-footed throw.
Yeah, but what happened was you could either charge in, cut that ball off. He didn't have enough time. He decided, okay, I got to stay back. The ball short hopped him. Made a great reactionary move by catching it first. And then he had to flick of the wrist over to first base, a la Tony Fernandez. But you remember Matt Williams, the great third baseman for the Giants and then for the Arizona Diamondbacks, I think even the Cleveland Indians. He would get rid of the ball as soon as he'd catch it.
Yeah.
Get it, throw it. And even if you weren't at first base, you better get to first base.
Well,
he's throwing it at the base.
Rob, he had a sidearm whip just like Zimmerman. He did not throw over the top line.
Nope.
Like Scott Rowland, some others.
I see a lot of similarities in the two. It's a nice pitch by Clippard. Just stay right there.
3 balls, 1 strike to J.D. Drew, who's hit the ball well 3 times tonight. Mark Kotsay will give Jason Bay the rest of the night off. Right at Adam Dunn. Good pick by the big man. 2 outs. Follow the Nats on your iPhone, your iPod Touch. It's MLB.com at bat. 2009 featuring play-by-play video highlights, live audio broadcasts. You can get to it at Nationals.com on your iPhone or your iPod Touch. My daughter dragged me into the iPhone store yesterday. I ran out screaming.
Oh, come on. I love my iPhone.
Kotsay laces one to right center. Let's go into the scoreboard. And a 2-out double for the very reliable Mark Kotsay. He helped them win the ball game last night with a great play at first base after they took David Ortiz out.
They have that new iPhone out for $99.
Oh boy.
I know alligator arms over there, you don't want to open the wallet up too wide, but you know, they make a $99 iPhone.
My family's been in town all week. I've been pretty generous with them.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Here's David Ortiz 0 for 2 with a sac fly tonight.
All right, don't get cute with Big Papi here and lay a changeup in there.
Well, I think we saw last time. Zimmerman's doing nothing but fastballs. He didn't get around on it. He hit a can of corn to left field. There just happened to be a runner on third base, and he got an RBI. You'll take that against him. There's another fastball that he's late for. Zimmerman out, but Willingham's the man there. Much easier play for him, and another shutout inning for the Nats pitching staff tonight. 9-1 into the bottom of the 8th. Advance. They're having fun on the red porch tonight. It's the place to be in D.C. for these ball games. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Nats have the top of the order up. It'll be Alberto Gonzalez, Elijah Dukes, and Ryan Zimmerman. Mark Gotze stays in place left field. A new shortstop will check where Julio Lugo is hitting. Terry Francona approached Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire, to make a double switch. So we'll see if Lugo's batting 8th for Nick Green or maybe a little higher up. Here's Ramon Ramirez. This will be Ramirez's first appearance in the series. He has been up throwing several times in these 3 games. Gonzalez slaps one over to short, right under Julio Lugo's glove. Nick Green has moved over to third with Lugo now at short. Ouch. Well, now we know where Lugo's hitting. He's hitting in the number 5 spot for Mike Lowell. We'll await a ruling on that one. You know, Gonzalez is very fast. Even if he scooped that, it would have been bang bang at first.
E6.
They have given him an error. Red Sox second error of the night.
Yeah, I don't think you can help him on that one.
They had not made an error the first 2 nights.
I don't think Terry Francona will be very happy.
And Rocco Baldelli's in the ball game, batting 7th and playing center field. So he's getting all of his available position guys some playing time, trying to make the best of a bad situation on the road. That ball caught by J.D. Drew for the first out. Tomorrow night, we're in Baltimore. The Battle of the Beltways getting going again. The Oriole Bird and Screech. The orange, the blue and the red. Tremblay and Acta. And it'll be Brad Bergeson 4-2 with a 3.94 ERA. Pitch against the Nats May 24th. Pitch into the 6th. Got a no decision. Ross Detweiler still looking for his first major league win. He pitched well enough against Toronto to get one. Last time out against the Blue Jays, 2 runs in 7 innings. Johnny and Ray. Now, folks, don't forget this. Don't call the switchboard complaining. We told you all weekend long, the Nats pre and post games, Nats Extra, Masson 2. No matter where you see the game, Masson HD, pre and post, Masson 2.
So where are Johnny and Ray going to be?
Masson 2. They'll be in the studio.
Just testing you. Masson 2.
Don't count sheep tonight. Say Masson 2 50 times. We guarantee you'll sleep like a baby.
Masson 2.
Ryan Zimmerman 1 for 4 tonight. Stellar play at third base, to say the least. Did I mention Masson 2?
What's on Masson 2?
Nats Extra.
Nats Extra, pre and post game. Johnny and Ray.
Just do like Ralph Kiner used to when he used to sit on the train. He couldn't go to sleep. He'd close his eyes, put his head back, and over he'd say, Heine Manush, Heine Manush. A great senator, of course.
And I talked with Joe Castiglione today, and he remembers Johnny Holiday from back in the day when he was a DJ in Cleveland.
Wow.
But Joe Castiglione worked with my dad.
He knew your dad. We did have that conversation.
Knew my dad from WABZ and WTIC. Told me something about my dad I didn't even know. My dad had a radio name.
Really?
Didn't go by Walt Dibble. He went by a different name. He thinks it was Walt Michaels.
Wow.
I got to ask my mom that one. You know, you always learn stuff about your parents that you're like, I can't believe that I didn't know that.
Go to your mom and say, who's this Walt Michaels guy you were living with?
Exactly. Is he my father?
All right.
Well, my dad used to work with Bob Crane, of all people, from Hogan's Heroes in radio or in the early 50s.
I got to tell a story on Joe Castiglione. He's the voice of the Red Sox, but he grew up a Yankee fan. And he told me years ago when the Red Sox were in Kansas City, he had a day off. He got a car and drove to Commerce, Oklahoma, Mickey Mantle's hometown. He went by City Hall, talked to a few people about Mickey. He said that was really a great day. So, you know, even though you might end up working for someone else, you still have those baseball memories and those baseball heroes that were with you as a kid. I'm like, Joe, do people know this? He said, oh, yeah, people know about it.
If they don't, they sure as heck know now.
Ryan Zimmerman is only 1 for 5 tonight with that fly out. But, Rob, how about the clinic at third base?
It has been amazing today what Ryan Zimmerman has done. That was a big play to end an inning. This is just a snow cone dive, lays out, full extension, gets up, perfect throw to first. Adam Dunn playing first because Nick Johnson got hit in the left shin. And then right there, just an amazing play. He has had a great night at third base. Starting to come out of the doldrums that he's been in with the bat. But he never lets down with the glove.
Ryan Zimmerman 4 for 12 in this series. Respectable with the bat.
We need this guy to launch some bombs.
Yeah, Adams been sitting on 296 too long.
Yeah, it's time. You can't let Big Poppy get to 300 before you.
Yeah, but at least our guy plays in the field all the time. He does launch one, but it's hooking foul.
Oh.
Nice catch, man. A ball and a smooch. One and two to Adam Dunn, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. A runner aboard. Nationals lead by 8. This is a ball club that hardly ever wins comfortably. Win number 21 in the offing here. Adam Dunn can't catch up, and the 8th is over. All right, here we go. Top of the 9th inning. The Nats 3 outs from salvaging a very important game for them.
Defining moment. Let's take a look at tonight's defining moment.
Covering the bases with Willie Harris.
That's really interesting. His high school coach thought he was NFL caliber in football. Wide receiver, two-way player.
Well, I did that pros versus Joes with Andre Rison. He's every bit as big as Andre Rison.
Tyler Clippard, another. Lugo, 33 years of age right now. He's from the Dominican. He was born there. His mom was a teacher, moved the family to New York City. He went to Fort Hamilton High School in Brooklyn. Ended up playing some JUCO baseball in Oklahoma at Connors State. And he's been in the big league since 2000 with Houston. 3rd year with the Red Sox. Clipper doesn't want to walk anybody here. Just get this thing over. He does. And you tip your cap to the hitter with a leadoff single.
He earned it. You earn your way on like that. That's fine. No free passes.
Red Sox with their 7th hit. 7:05 first pitch. 6:30 Masson 2. Nats extra with Johnny and Ray. And it'll be Ross Detweiler. 0-3, 4.76 against Brad Bergeson. 4-2 with a 3.94. Here's the catcher, George Kataris. He's from Scarborough, Ontario. Played for the Greek Olympic team in 04. And like Julio Lugo, went to Connors State in Oklahoma for JUCO ball. He had 5 at-bats in 3 games for the Red Sox as a rookie last year. Originally taken in the 20th round in 03 by San Diego. It's the 9th inning. Throw strikes. Tyler Clippard from Lexington, Kentucky, down in Austin Kearns neighborhood. Went to high school in Florida in Newport Richey. And a pop-up left side. Zimmerman's caught everything else tonight. Just can't reach that one.
I am surprised he didn't catch that.
In a 9-1 game, maybe getting a little more help from the opposing dugout than he usually would. Clippard originally planned to attend the University of South Florida in Tampa, but the Yankees signed him. And that was in the 9th round of the 03 draft. Good fastball and a foul. Tyler's listed at 6'3", 200. There's Rocco Baldelli next. Guitarist, a .246 hitter, 8 RBIs. Nats looking for a ground ball. Not on a pitch way up there. I wouldn't be too comfortable with a pitcher looking at me through those.
Their prescription obese.
And a ball slapped out to center. Willie Harris. First out. Here's some league notes for you. It's Brad Lidge. We'd mentioned last night he'd be coming off the DL today for the Phillies. Brandon Webb could be done for Arizona. But right now they're 17 games back of the Dodgers. Doesn't matter much in terms of their standing. And Mariano Rivera had an at-bat last night. Flew out. Yankees are sweating one out. They may need him before the end of the night. They had a big lead in Atlanta. Now it's 8-6. And Rocco Baldelli hits one out of the ballpark. It's now 9-3. Not many of the Red Sox fans have left. They relish every inning of their team that they can be a part of. And for Rocco Baldelli, his 4th home run of the year.
Well, when you can go to guys like Rocco Baldelli, who was in the World Series with the Rays last year, can play great on defense, can give you some power from the right side. The Red Sox have a lot of ammunition to throw at you.
That's his 56th career home run. And it gives the Boston folks a chance to make a little more noise before they go home. Nick Green, the shortstop, 0 for 3 tonight. The Red Sox don't have any position players left. Their pitcher Ramirez is on deck. And he will bat unless they pinch hit another pitcher. Too bad John Smoltz isn't available. And Clippard strikes out Nick Green. And the Nationals are 1 out away from a nice win here. Hey, when you're 21-49, you savor every one of them. Nats Extra, presented by Verizon Fios, coming up in moments. And Johnny and Ray will have a happy story to tell from left field tonight. 2. Kind of odd for the game to end like this. With a relief pitcher batting, and Clippard blows him away. So in just over 2 hours and 40 minutes, the Nationals pound and pitch their way to a 9-3 win over the Red Sox, and they salvage a game of the 3-game series, and our covering the bases guy couldn't be happier.